On today's Live Daily News, the alleged shooter in the New Year's Day killing outside Fat Boss Pub has been indicted, Messy Cheesesteaks opened up their food truck, and Verizon Wireless might owe you some money. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, Ground Zero for the eclipse that happens on April 8th is in Del Rio, Texas, and that entire city is holding the Solar Eclipse Fest from April 5th through April 8th. It's 3 nights and 9 music performances headlined by artists William Beckman, Michael Salgado, and John Michael Montgomery. To learn more about the largest eclipse festival in Texas, visit txsolareclipse.com or Google search for Del Rio Eclipse. Del Rio also has a raffle for a brand new Eclipse car. More details at txsolareclipsefest.com. The alleged murderer in the New Year's Day fatal shooting in San Angelo has been indicted. 33-year-old Ryan Renfroe has been indicted for the murder of Jakob Jones after the two reportedly got into a road rage incident a few days before New Year's. Renfroe messaged Jones the address of Fat Boss Pub, and when the two arrived there, Renfroe allegedly shot and killed Jones with a 9mm handgun. Renfroe has been sitting in the Tom Green County Jail since, being held on $750,000 bond. For more on this story, go to sanangelo.com. Messy Cheesesteaks has officially opened today at their new location at the intersection of Beauregard and South Abe Street. This used to be the location of Tim Condon's Lone Star Cheeseburger. Messy Cheesesteaks owner James Pettit said he wanted to do something different and has always loved Philly cheesesteaks, but couldn't find a good one in San Angelo. Messy Cheesesteaks will be open Wednesday and Thursday from 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., on Fridays from 10:30 a.m. until midnight, and Saturdays from 10:30 a.m. until 3 a.m. Have you downloaded the all-new San Angelo Live mobile app yet? It's now available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, so all iPhone and Android users can have the latest news stories delivered directly to their phones. That's the all-new San Angelo Live mobile app, available now. If you were a Verizon Wireless customer between 2016 and 2023, they might owe you some money. A class action lawsuit against the company claims that customers were charged a monthly administration fee that was unfair and not adequately disclosed, something Verizon denies. Some might be entitled up to $100 but will likely take home less than that, and you only have until April 15th to apply. Go to sanangelo.com for more details. And if you've been watching the entire show, you'll know about the solar eclipse that's occurring on April 8th. Only question is, will San Angelo see it? Not entirely, but about 98% of the sun will be blocked for San Angeloans to enjoy the eclipse that will pass over Mexico, the United States, and Canada. According to NASA, at 12:59 p.m., the moon will begin blocking the sun's rays, and it's expected to last until 2:54 p.m. Into weather right now, it's 73 degrees outside, and tonight the low drops to 38, and it will be mostly clear. Tomorrow will be sunny and 78, and the temperature only starts to tick up from there, as on Friday the high reaches 80, then 86 on Saturday, and 91 on Sunday, with lows over those 3 days being in the mid-50s to low 60s. Expect another breezy and windy weekend with partly cloudy conditions. When we come back, Ryan Chadwick talks about his trip to Pecos and the Central soccer teams, and he also brings up the Cotton Patch Relays out in Wall, Texas. Then, Yancey's Green sits down with LaQueta Shelbourne with the Concho Valley Republican women. But first, a word from the Bass Bunch.
2024 means savings galore at Jim Bass Nissan. Why not drive off our lot in a new 2024 Nissan Frontier, priced right at just $33,999. While you're here, be sure to ask about 2.9% APR financing. This truck offers a mid-size truck with full-size truck capabilities. Hurry! These are limited offers, and you can only get these deals at Jim Bass Nissan at the corner of Houston Hart at Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The Central Bobcats and Lady Cats soccer teams traveled to Pecos on Tuesday to play in their bi-district playoff matchups. The Bobcats fell in the end to El Paso Montwood 1-0 after a tough battle throughout the contest. But the Lady Cats won their matchup 1-0 over El Paso Americas to claim the bi-district title and move to the area round. Announced today, the Lady Cats traveled to Brownwood on Thursday to play Timber Creek. Timber Creek defeated Weatherford 1-0 to advance to the area round. Kickoff for the Lady Cats is scheduled for 6 p.m. In other sports news, Wall High School's annual Cotton Patch Relays began this afternoon out in Wall. Several Concho Valley teams compete at this track meet, so go out and support our local student athletes tonight. Field events began at 2:30 p.m. this afternoon, and the running events will commence at 6. And of course, for more sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to check in every day at sanangelolive.com/news/sports.
This month only, mix and match cleaning and disinfecting services and save big with Carpetech. For example, get your carpet clean, save 10%. Get your carpet and tile clean, save 15%. Or get your carpet and tile and air ducts clean, save 20%. Call Carpetech today, 325-735-5142.
If your home is in a wreck, call Carpetech, yeah.
And welcome back to the show. Joining me again is LaQueta Shelbourne. LaQueta, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
I understand that you went to the Republican Party of Tom Green County Convention over the weekend.
I did.
And you've got a meeting coming up. But let's talk about the convention first, because a lot of folks don't know what the precinct convention and county convention is for the parties. So,
Okay. So the precincts come together, and then we offer people an opportunity to have input on what they think we need to take from Tom Green County to the state convention, and we have to reference whether or not that's already a part of the platform, and if it's not, and we feel like that it is something that needs to be either added or changed, then we take those forward from Tom Green County.
And this is, there's more than just voting.
Oh, yeah.
The March primary was the primary or first election,
Right.
Electing the party candidate for the general election in November. But beyond that, the parties do a lot more, and that is develop a platform.
That's right.
And they have the state conventions in May.
It's May the 23rd through the 25th, and I would encourage people, if you think you want to be a delegate, to get a hold of your precinct chair and let them know. Now, we've put forward a group of people that have said they're willing to go, but you never can tell. You know, they also have some spots for people who are alternates.
Right.
And I think this is really a very critical time that people need to get involved. I mean, we had everything submitted from squatters, which is something that's kind of a new thing for us to talk about. Of course, the border issue is always involved, the voucher issues with the children's in school and all that, that's always a part of it. And we talked about, you know, how they form our taxation base here in Tom Green County.
And these are you vote on issues that that the Tom Green County Party would like to see on the state party platform.
Absolutely.
And that process goes from here to San Antonio to the state convention, and then it even goes on to the national convention from there.
And you know, you always take that opportunity to be heard, because you never know when what you say here might take hold with other counties and actually other states. And you know, I think right now our big focus being on our border and what's going on down there is something that is a nationwide thing. So if we've got any kind of opportunity to speak to those issues, this is where it happens, and people need to take this seriously, because what happens there goes up to national. And you know, they may throw out what we sent from Tom Green County, but the chances are that we're not the only ones looking at that.
Right. And this is grassroots politics in action. This is where ideas become platform planks, and those move on to the next level and the next level, and eventually the purpose is for those to become law.
That's right.
And so that happened Saturday here in locally, and then again, as we said, in May, that's coming up.
And there's several of us that are going to San Antonio, and I would say call down and talk to Bruce Burkett and see if they need anybody, or at least get on the list, so there's somebody that's already said they would go, all of a sudden can't go,
right,
then you're in line to go. I learned so much when I went a couple of years ago, and it was amazing, you know, because the networking between the various communities in our state and various counties in our state, and then we heard so many really good speakers.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really good chance to find out, you know, what these people are really thinking. Do you really want to vote for them? Do you think that you can influence them to think about your county? as opposed to thinking about just the Metroplex areas.
Yeah, so everybody I say that, most of the candidates that are going to be on the ballot in November will be at the state convention.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of them there because they're going to want to influence people, to think like they do, or
Right.
to say thank you, and I'm going to take forward what
Right.
your county is beginning to think is important.
And the Concho Valley Republican Women are you're having your monthly meeting this Thursday.
We're meeting Thursday at Bentwood, and people need to, call in and get a reservation. They can call 653-7500, I'm sorry. Or they can go on the Concho Valley Republican Women's website, so
Okay.
CVRW website. And if you go on there, you can register directly, and we get that immediately.
Okay.
And the only reason we say that we really want you to have a reservation is because if you plan to eat, and even if you don't, we want to plan for you to have a seat.
Right.
So we start at 11:30. We're going to have two great speakers this time, Joseph Vargas with Keep Texas Red. And then there's a young woman that we've been following as a club. She's with Turning Point USA at ASU.
Okay.
We actually do have a presence of that on our college campus. Emma Jo Craybell, and we gave her a little scholarship back in the fall. And so now she's going to come back and talk to us a little bit about how she used the scholarship, but how she also is making an impact, conservative impact up at ASU. And I think that's refreshing for some of us to see that there are young people out there that are actually doing that conservative work on the college campuses.
Okay, and that's this Thursday. You'll hear from her and from Joe Vargas, and you have y'all are constantly working on other projects.
We really are.
And one of the big ones, I guess, would be the Panhandle fires and relief for that.
It is. I had gotten a message about that at our Texas Federation of Republican Women asked us to get involved. And so we helped our local firemen. We took donations down there for them that were leaving here and going and fighting the fire. And then we have raised around $5,000, and
Wow.
we're still continuing to do that and to try to send feed and all that they need up there. This is not just a one-off thing. I mean, one of the ranchers came in and told me, he said, they're having to shoot those cows and those little babies because they can't nurse. Their udders are too blistered.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of all the things. The power to fund or fill their troughs is gone because their electrical supplies have been burned up. I mean, the electrical lines are gone right now. It's going to take a while to get all that done. So yes, we think that's an ongoing thing. Our other focus this year for TFRW, and we'll begin talking about this in April, is going to be on family violence.
Okay.
We had one of our own Texas Federation of Republican Women board members last year who was murdered at the hands of her husband with 2 children in the house. And so this has brought it to a national level. They mentioned us at a national level. Now our TFRW has mandated that we focus on that somewhat this year so that we can bring that awareness to our communities and figure out how we can help people. We don't care for a Democrat or a Republican. We want to help you.
Right.
And that's what we're all about. We're helping people.
Well, and domestic violence is it's unfortunately a major issue and has been. All we have to do is look at the booking report and every day.
The statistics in Tom Green County are really staggering.
It is concerning. It's an issue that needs to be addressed, and it's a societal issue. So,
So that's what we're going to be doing
well,
the rest of this year. You're going
there's-
to be hearing a lot of, I'm
there's a-
going to have a pillow fight one time. I really am, because these
All
women
right.
that go to the shelter have to have a pillow. So
Okay.
that's coming up
So we will talk about that in the
in
upcoming
April.
In April,
That's going to be fun.
a pillow fight. Okay, LaQueta, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
All right, and we'll go back to you guys.
No joke.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Concho's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Concho stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Concho's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for watching the only locally owned live news show in the Concho Valley. We really appreciate your feedback in the comments section and letters to the editor. Thanks again for making San Angelo Live the #1 news source in the Concho Valley. We look forward to bringing you the news again throughout 2024, first as always. Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.